Hi there, neighborhood mystics, and welcome to your weekly free tarot and astrology reading for the week of June 4th through the 10th of 2017. Have you ever been gone for a long time on a vacation or a business trip, or maybe there were several trips where you left and came back, or something, and then finally you make it home and you're happy to be home. You're happy to sleep in your own bed. You're happy to have your kitchen where you know everything, where everything is. You're happy to just kind of relax in surroundings that you're familiar with. You're happy to be home. Well, that's what we've got going on this week with Mercury and Venus.
Lucy, I'm home.
So I will tell you about that shortly. We've actually got quite a few things happening this week. So I'm going to keep this video kind of short and do a video for each of the aspects that are happening this week, because it's too much to put into one video. It'd be a little bit too crazy to do all of it at once. So first off, today is Sunday the 3rd, right? No, the 4th. Sunday the 4th while I'm filming this. And Mars has now entered Cancer. So you know the expression, cool your jets? Well, it's time for Mars to cool its jets in the waters of Cancer. Mars is a fiery sign. Mars it's been in Aries, it's been in Taurus, it's been in Gemini with all kinds of ideas and things to move forward on, but now it is entering Cancer, where it's time for Mars to cool its jets. Mars does not particularly like it in Cancer. Mars is in fall in Cancer. It's exalted in the opposite sign, Capricorn. So Mars has got to deal with emotions now. That's the job of Mars in Cancer. It's not so much go, go, go. It's feel. And maybe if you're up to it, talk about it. So that can, like I said, that can be difficult for Mars. But I think that's, well, the time that Mars is in Cancer, which will be, I don't know, roughly a month and a half or so. It's time for us to tune into our feelings and express them if possible, or find some way for them to get out. Because if they get trapped, that's when we get in trouble. That's when we start either hating ourselves and becoming depressed, or being passive aggressive with other people because we're not really saying what we feel. I also liken this Mars in Cancer, since Cancer is a water sign, it's a going with the flow thing. So it's, how they have those lap pools where the water moves, and so it's like a treadmill, but it's in water, and you just swim along with the motion of the water, or like surfing where you ride the wave, so it's like, don't fight the flow, go with the flow. And like I said, express yourself as much as you possibly can with Mars in Cancer. On Tuesday the 6th, we have Venus moving into Taurus and Mercury moving into Gemini, both on the same day. So these are the signs that I was talking about where they're coming home. They're coming home. Mercury was retrograde at the beginning of the year on January 1st. It retrograded from Capricorn to Sagittarius. And then it just recently had a retrograde from Taurus into Aries, and then back into Taurus. So finally, Mercury is in its home sign of Gemini. So get ready for data overload, because Mercury is going to go nuts. With news and communication and gathering data and talking and passing and sharing. So get ready. And I'm talking to myself here. Get ready, because I just started a new job where the communication level is very high, which is good, but also a little bit overwhelming, if you know what I mean. And like I mentioned, also we have Venus has moved into Taurus, her home sign, where she can luxuriate, take some time to appreciate, take some time to enjoy the sweet things in life. So Venus was retrograde from early March to mid-April in Aries, a sign she is not happy in. That's her detriment, I believe. I'm not sure, but she's not happy either way. Venus not happy in, or it might be her fault. Either way, not good. Venus was not happy in Aries, and she spent a whole boatload of time there. So finally, Venus is in a place where she's happy, and she can help us enjoy the sweet things in life, and help us enjoy relationships, and help us enjoy and gather the things that we find valuable to ourselves. So that's good news there. On Friday, we have a full moon in Sagittarius, and then we also have Jupiter going direct. So that's what I was saying. There's a lot. I didn't want to have to talk too much about each of these things, because it's kind of too much to talk about at once. But I just want to give you an overview. So Jupiter direct. Jupiter's been retrograde for several months. When did Jupiter go retrograde? Jupiter went retrograde in early February. So now here in June, it's finally going direct at 13 degrees Libra. So the way Jupiter works is it goes forward in a sign, then it retrogrades in the sign, and then it goes forward again, and then it leaves the sign. So that has that same pattern every time. So we've gone through the direct, and then we had the retrograde. And so it's kind of like review what the ground you've gained, review what you've accomplished, what you've gotten, the things that you've come to, the things that you have expanded into. That's the retrograde period. So now we're in a move forward part again. So where Jupiter can give us more expansion in Libra. So when I do the Jupiter in direct in Libra video, then we'll talk a little bit more about what that might mean for you personally. So, but just know that it's like, I don't know, the Wheel of Fortune is spinning again. So it might land on red 7. I don't know. I don't gamble, so I don't know. Is that a good thing, red 7? Maybe. But whatever. So Jupiter is in forward motion again. And we've got the full moon in Sagittarius. It's going to be 18 degrees Sagittarius, sun in Gemini, moon in Sagittarius. So, this is the halfway point of the year. So it's kind of like a time where it's like we made it halfway. Let's review where we've been and what we've done. With the Sagittarius thing, once again, it's like, what's your vision, and are you moving toward it? And with the Gemini part, it's like, do you have some more information about moving toward your bigger vision? Also kind of tied up in this full moon is Saturn, because after the moon is opposite the sun for the full moon, then it will conjunct Saturn. And so that Saturn and Sagittarius themes that I was talking about with, what's your bigger vision? Where are you trying to go? What are the broader horizons that you want to move toward? And what are the boundaries? Where do you draw the line? What won't you do? Or what do you think you can't do? Kind of thing. So that's the full moon, and then, like I said, it bumps into Sagittarius. And that's that. So that's pretty much the week in a nutshell. And like I said, I'll do some other videos that'll explain this in a little bit more detail. So I want to pull some cards. And once again, I'm going to use the Gaian because I lost one of my cards in the deck that I made, and I only have one. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do to replace that deck. But anyway, what question do I want to ask here? Okay. I guess I will ask, what's the best way to frame the rest of the year from here on out, from June through December? how can we frame the next 6 months? We've been through the last 6 months. How can we frame the next 6 months? So, for the first card, I've got 10 of water. And I'm going to go ahead and lay them down and look at them all together because it's kind of what I like to do. And we've got the 8 of water. And we've got the Tower. I have a friend that the Tower keeps coming up for him. He's like, what's up with the Tower? And then, oh my, we have the Devil. Okay. So, how to frame the rest of the year. All right, so wow. All right, so I would say it looks like we're in the next 6 months is going to be a period of letting go. And it's I think it's important to make your own decisions about things. And like I said, with this Mars and Cancer period, like I was saying, check in with your emotions during this period. And also don't get in your own way, because with the bindweed or the Devil card here, this is I often call this the I can't because card. So this a lot of times is you getting in your own way, saying I can't because. And it's also could also be about getting too stuck on the material side of things. So it's like we're wanting this breakthrough with the Tower. However, there are things that need to be let go of. Okay, with this 10 of water. And where did my other card go? Oh, because my cards are sliding around. And this 8 of water, like I said, is very much this Mars in Pisces theme of going with the flow and checking in with your emotions. And you may feel kind of alone, and so you might need to connect with other people. But that it's kind of like you yourself have some work to do for the next 6 months before that breakthrough can happen. And then for our final card, we have a 9. We have a 9 of fire. So it's like this is like you're almost there. It's like you're pretty battle weary, but you're not quite there yet. So do your work. Watch the videos I post later on about some of these other aspects, and I will see you next week.